Welcome everybody to SÆLIG, and man oh man, where shall I begin? Well, I can begin with saying that it is a trading and management game, and it takes place during the Dark Ages, early medieval time. And one of your goals in the game is to accumulate a big wealth and make sure that your household is prosperous to secure the future for your family and such. Because you can have family and all that in this game. You can get married and you can have children. And one of the big things is that once your character dies that you've created now when beginning the game, you're supposed to live through one of your children, which is very interesting. It is a very small development team. As far as I know, it's one main guy who is a developer, and I think he occasionally gets help from another person. But it's mainly one guy. And he is very active in updating the game and trying to improve, and really listens to what the community has to say. You can just go to the Steam discussion forums on this game, and you will see he's very active and asking the players what they want and what they don't like in the game and all that. But you can see he brings out new buildings like Herbalist Hut, new horses, scarecrows, working on improving the graphics and such. People wanted the game to pause after entering a save game, so that was added. And a small little list of stuff that will be coming. Right, new houses, fishing shack, upgrades, contagious illnesses and all that. Very interesting. We're gonna start a new game. This isn't a city builder. You take on the role of one of the NPCs in a city builder, kinda, if that makes any sense. Let's see. Let me set up this guy first. Okay, yeah, he's set up. There isn't too many choices on the character creation right now. I don't know if there will be more. Most likely there will be. And he is working hard to improve where he can. I just randomized the names and got the first name Wallace, and our family name is Seastar. So we are Wallace Seastar, ready to take on the world. I left all of these options here on the default, and we'll see how that goes. The starting money is 10,000 coins. You can go all the way up to 14,000 and all the way down to 2,000. Day length is normal. You have a couple of choices here. Days per season is 1. So the winter will be over quickly if you don't like winter. And 2 years will pass after 4 seasons. You can change this, of course, so you can have 30 days per season if you like a longer game and all that. But we'll leave it on default. Right, we'll continue. And here you have the map where you choose one of the locations you want to be in. You have Wiltonsker and you have East Saxna and Canaware. This one isn't really finished yet. It says only half of this map is accessible at this time. But we can have a look at the places here, just the names here. Nonetheless, you have Ashbury, Fleethurst and Ethley. You can read about them here if you like. Just pause and read the text. All of these 3 are connected together. So no matter which one you'll choose, you will be able to get to the other 2. They're just on different locations on that specific map. So this is a smaller place hidden away in the forest. This is the main village or city area for that map. But we are gonna go to Wilkinsker. Norbury is the big city of this map. It's the center of attention, so to say. Got walls and such around it. Then you have Leasted, which is a smaller place but a large village nonetheless, and a small hamlet, Barrowham. I've had some issues when starting here, whereas I don't own a house and my character is spawned in on the ground, so he can't get out. doesn't really matter, as you can start any of the other places, but it's good to point it out, and so you know if you start here and it doesn't work, so you don't think the whole game is corrupt. But we're gonna start here in Listed, and we're gonna jump straight through it. All right, we're in, and I paused the game just when I came in because let's see, we own our house. Let's see if I can find it. Right, it's this one here. Man, it's raining, just like outside my window, actually. All right, so we own this house. Oh, let's pause. And you can sell this house if you like. Sell building, you'll get 1500 gold. And buy a new house somewhere else. Like these smaller ones, they cost 800. Right, but that's a crap house. We want this house we started off with. Right, and it's very good to pause in the beginning because, like I said, you're one of the NPCs in a city builder game. You don't build any buildings or such, but you're one of the NPCs living in a village. Just like these two, you want to make a living and make sure your family has a good life, and make sure that they survive in the future generations. So you're gonna fight with other people over businesses and products and all that stuff on the market, because these NPCs will also want to buy a new house, or they will also want to buy a new farm or run the ale house and all that. So you're in competition with them in a way. Yeah, you don't get any special treatment. If you are, if you snooze, you lose, right? If you don't get to buying a business straight away, then you will lose out on a chance. And I want this farm over here because I think we're gonna start out as farmers. You don't do the work yourself; you actually hire workers for you. So let's go into the overview map, which you do by pressing tab, and here you can see this is a farm. You'll see by the icons. These small... first I thought it was love nests. It looks like 2 big hearts and a lot of small hearts. But it is actually fruit. But yeah, because they were out in the distance, right? So I thought it was a place for lovers to sneak away and have some fun. It is not. It's just fruits. All right. But we are... Let's start with buying this. It's always easier to explain while you're doing stuff, right? So we'll buy this farm. Would you like to buy farm for 4,500 gold? Yes, I do. Building bought. So we have 5,500 coins left. I could also have bought an ale house if I wanted. I can actually afford it right now. But I'll save a bit of the money. Because even though the other people might buy this building, which they probably do, now and again they do put it up for sale because of various reasons. Perhaps they died, or that's the worst case scenario for them, I guess. Or they just they don't have money enough to run it. They get sabotaged and such, because you can sabotage your competition if you like. You can break into the buildings and you can set fire to the home. And when setting fire to homes, there is a risk that the people inside will die. And that will of course mean that they can't run the business, so it gets put up for sale, so you can buy it. Right, but we are not there yet. You can of course do it from the get-go if you like. And you don't need to buy a business right from the start. If you just want to go around a role play, you should be able to in this game. You can beg for money. You can rob people. You can waylay. Waylay is you place yourself on a road here where there is merchants and such traveling, and you'll hold them up and threaten them and take all their stuff from their wagons and such, which you then can sell or safe keep for when the market's prices change and such. So that's quite interesting. You can do a lot of stuff. So you don't need to rush into buying a building like I did here. Now let's see, we own this, right? So let's go out of the overview map. And I'm gonna place down some wheat to begin with. Doesn't really matter what you do in the beginning. If you only own a farm, you might want to go for stuff that gives you the most coins. But I'm gonna go with wheat right now. And the more you sell to a market, so if it gets flooded, the prices will drop for that produce. And you might want to go for something else. For animals, I think I'm gonna go for pigs. Cows will give you milk. They do not give you meat, I believe. They give you milk. Sheep will give you wool. And pigs will give you carcasses, which if you own a butcher, you can turn that into meat. And they also give you pig hide, which is leather. So we're gonna go for pigs. Right, and there they are, small little piglets. Let's unpause. Right, and we'll go into the farm here and manage our workers. You start off with 3 workers here. I'm gonna have 1 do the wheat, and I'll have 2 work on the pigs. Right, and the more you have working on something, the faster it will go. Let's just check that down here. Yeah, this recipe makes items at a fast rate for each worker assigned to it. Right. So it's very good. And the working hours are 5:30 in the morning to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And you can see the time here. It's quite nice. So at 3 o'clock they will go home. They won't work and you can't order them to do anything. Right. And a very good tip to as a first upgrade for your business is to choose your cart here. This is the one you'll use to move all your products and such to the market or to your other businesses and such. And right now with this starting one, you'll need to assign a worker. Let's have a quick look at that. You'll need to assign a worker here before you can operate that cart, which then will take away 1 worker from any of these things here. We don't want that. We want our workers to work, so let's upgrade this one. So you can upgrade all the way up to level 5. Level 1 and 2, it's the same cart. At level 3, you'll get a horse with a carriage. That will function at any time of the day, and it doesn't need any work or anything to operate, and it's not unhappy with working odd hours. It doesn't care. You can send it to the market without bother about it. So let's upgrade this. Let's have a look. The first level or the second level here costs 500 coins, so we'll get that one. And level 3, which gives you the horse, costs 900, so we'll get that one as well. Level 4 and 5, I believe, only increases the inventory size on that horse. But we don't need that right now in the beginning. Right? Once you've done that, it's very good to select your cart and press Ctrl 1. That will make it so whenever you press 1, you'll get that cart up. Right? Well, that's quite nice. It's a good little shortcut to have. They are working here. Let's see. We got a pop-up down here. Merchant camp. Yeah. Now and again, you'll get traveling merchants coming to the villages. So, as it says here, a traveling merchant has recently been seen setting up a camp in the area. They will remain there until the start of autumn. We can pick show me. It will take you to the place on the map. But it will also come up here. Here you have your markets in the big city and in one of the smaller settlements listed. Is where we live, which is over here. So that's the market, listed market. Norbury is in the big city, which is over here somewhere. We'll have a look at that later on. But this is the merchant camp, and this is his inventory. And he will, very often he will have stuff that the other merchants don't have. And he will usually have more of it, as far as I know. And often you'll get more coins for your resources by selling to the merchant camp, but you need to keep a track on the market. So you'll just go through the inventories of the different markets, right? See what they have in stock and how much they like to pay for it. So this wheat that we are planting will give us 9 coins here. In Norbury it will give us 15 coins. The orange down here is how much they buy for, and the yellow one is how much you buy it for. The merchant camp also buys for 15, right? So right now we would go to the Norbury or the merchant camp to sell our wheat if we want to make the most profit out of it, right? You can see them work down here, planting the wheat. Actually, it looks like he's harvesting, right? And the pigs, she's working on their corral, and the other farmer is out and walking with them. She's actually over here, right? Taking them for a little walk, right? That's awesome. All right, let's go back to our guy. Let's pick him. Let's come out here. Which was our house? It was this one, right? Yeah, this is the guy. All right, we live here. And the way you move, it's very sim-like by having this little icon on top of your head. It's blue instead of green. But you right-click to move, and you right-click to interact. These two are begging. That's something you can do. You can beg for money. You can also play a instrument like such, entertain, and that will give you, like she's doing over here. And that will, if people get entertained when they walk by you, they will tip you a couple of coins and such. So that's a way to get a little boost in your economy. Okay, so there you go. 3 coins for entertain, but you can get more. You can get 20 coins and all that stuff. All depends on randomness of the people here. What are you? He's a beggar. That's a minstrel. Lots of people here. Alright. Yeah, see, we got 16 coins there. But I think, and that's our farmer. Let's go and talk to her. Because it's important to build up reputation with people. So we got 2 reputation coins from that. It's glitched out this, but that's fine. I want to talk to her if I can. Yes, I can. I can even flirt with her. And that will give us 5 reputation points. Right. Have a look at her. 55. And then everybody you have interacted with will come up here. So you can click on them. Right. So you can see what your reputation is. And neutral is blue. Friendly is green, I believe. And the next color is pink or purple, which is when you can start to romance them properly and such. I think you can kiss them and all that. Right. With the ultimate goal to marry one of them. And when you do marry, you do, if they own any businesses, you will take over the ownership of all those businesses. So that is very nice. Let's see if we can find some more people to talk with. We can chat with her. She's a beggar. But this, their occupations will change over time. She might get employed by me, for example, at the farm, or she'll get employed by someone else, or she'll marry someone and get rich that way. I'm gonna walk around and greet some more people and such. Say hello to our new fellow villagers and let the farm do its business. Let's see. We have 4 hide, 4 carcasses, 15 eggs. Oh, we have a pop-up here. 16 wheat, so that's very nice. Let's see what that pop-up is. The big squeeze. Chickens on your farm seem to be working overtime and have started laying eggs faster than ever before. Gain 15 eggs. Right, so that is a buff. You can get buffs and debuffs. So now and again, say if you own an alehouse, one of your workers there could drop a bottle or drop some ingredients, and production time will be slowed down. and you can also get buffs as we got here with our chickens laying eggs faster. So we should have 15 eggs in here. Yeah, so these eggs were from that buff, which we then can sell or use them if we owned another business that would take advantage of eggs. We could have used that as an ingredient, but we don't own anything yet, so we'll just sell everything. You can see we are getting 25 wheat. We still have 4 of these. Oh, is it already 3 o'clock? All right, they've gone home. Okay, so what you can do then is just sell it all. I think I'll save wheat for... I'll send that to that other traveling merchant. But we'll sell this on listed market. So let's select our cart and select travel to listed market, offload and return home. So he will go there, sell it, and then he'll return to the farm. You can see it down here. You can also follow along if you like that. Right. But we won't. He'll do that himself. Our guy is here. Right, you can go into first person mode like this. Don't know if you can interact with people. We shall see. Can we? No, I don't think you can. No, but you can walk around and have a look at the city up close if you like. This is a trading post. That's our house. Let's actually go into our house. Because you can view inside. There are interiors on all the houses, and it will change depending on upgrades you do and all that. You can't move the camera around. You only get this view, but that is fine enough. It's a nice detail to be able to do it. So if there were people in here, you would see them. You can also do that on your businesses. Right, let's leave that. What is this? Crime. Oh, your farm has been broken into and some goods were stolen. Holy, you bastards. What the crap, man? What did I steal? Man, they stole 5 wheat. Those sons of bastards. I haven't had that happen to me before. But it is something that can happen. And of course, if that keeps happening, it could be destructive for your whole economy. So let's take these wheats. We'll go in here. We'll take those 10 so they don't get stolen. And I think the merchant camp gives 15. Yeah, so we'll send this one to the merchant camp. Offload and return. All right. We can have a look at the upgrades here for the farm. You can get a beehive after investing. That's a spelling error. After investing in a beehive, your workers will be able to collect honey. And honey you can use if you have an alehouse. You can use it to produce mead, I believe it is. Or just sell it. Or hold on to it if you like. You can upgrade your house and such with storage. You can also get shepherd dogs to guard your corrals. Or guard the animals in the corrals. You can get an additional field. And stuff like this would be very helpful if you own another business like the alehouse. Or a bakery where you need several different items. You can also get more animals and additional farm building. This one will unlock an extra workspace and inventory upgrade, which is these two over here. So this one would increase our workforce by 1, or we can hire a 4th person. This one increases the inventory. The stack size and all that. And you can also get scarecrows, which will allow crops to grow quicker and prevent any damage by birds. Right, you also have upgrades on your house. So you can upgrade to a pet dog, which will guard from intruders, so that is quite nice. You can get additional seating, additional bedding, a fire pit to keep you warm during winter, better beds, a storage cellar, which I spoke about a second ago. And you can also get this Thieves' Den, and that is what we are going to do in the future. We're going to get a Thieves' Den, and we're going to run a Thieves Guild, because that is just awesome. And you can do that. You can hire thieves, which will pickpocket for you. They can waylay the roads for you. And they can also check out houses, so you can see the inventory in them and then break into them yourself. And you can upgrade a horse cart for that as well. Because when they waylay and such, they will bring back any loot to the house. So that is very awesome. And that is definitely something we are going to work towards. We could do it right now. I mean, it's only 1,200 coins for the Thieves' Den. But all your workers and such will require wages, so you'll have adjust wages. Oh, can only do it in the morning, but they take, I think it's 120 coins per day per worker, and the thieves is, I think, 100. It might be changed, but I think it is 120 and 100. We'll have a look at that later on. And if you find this game interesting and want to see more of it, please do let me know down in the comments. I quite like it. It's very interesting, and there's lots of options to be done in it. It is nighttime. I was thinking if we should break into a building. We could break into this. Let's do that before we round up this episode. So you right-click and break in. You can also set the house on fire. And that's also one of the ways you can take out your competition. There aren't any guards around. That is strange. I wonder if it's because it's... oh, there you have guards. Yeah, so he's breaking in here. He will take out his crowbar and break in the window and steal some stuff. So you can mess up your competition this way, and of course, if they keep losing stuff, they might have to sell. And here you get a pop-up for crime. You have stolen goods from alehouse, right? And as long as no guards see you doing it, or the owners see you doing it, you're fine. If a guard sees you do it, you'll get a fine. Let's have a look what we took. We took some fish, 7 fish and 5 vegetables, which we could sell at the market. I don't know if you can eat the fish raw, but I'm gonna sell this to the market. Right. There is one thing I would like to see changed, is to have your character's interface or your character's picture here permanently, instead of it going away now. It's up here all the way, all the time, right? I would like to have it here no matter what you're selected. And perhaps have some hunger bars, sleep bars, and his temperature, because you can get cold. And you also need to sleep, and he will get hungry. But there's no way to tell where he's at in the status of those. So it would be nice with just an icon or something that fills up or empties depending on his status. Right, just something simple. And when he eats and such, it would be very nice to have a little icon telling me that he's eating, because right now there's nothing, and it's a bit finicky, but it's stuff that will be ironed out, hopefully, and hopefully the developers see this and take it into consideration. Yeah. Also, if you did enjoy this game and you want to test it out yourself, I do have a spare key for the full version of the game, which I will be giving away to one of you. The requirements are as usual. You need to be a subscriber. I don't want to give it out to random people. So as long as you're subscribed to me, and make sure that your subscriptions are shown publicly, just so I can verify that you really are a subscriber, you're set to win a key. Just put down a comment that you want a key, and I'll select a completely random commenter. And if that person is a subscriber, he gets the key, and that's all there is to it. So if you want a full version of the game, Do a comment down below and make sure you subscribe, and you have a chance to win. All right, but I think we're gonna round up this episode by selling this stolen goods. And you do that by dragging it over here. 75 gold, 30 gold, and 30 gold. Right, very nice. I'm gonna walk home. Right, we're gonna go in and sleep just because. And we'll wake up in the morning, and we'll see you then. Thank you so much for joining me in this episode, and I do hope I see you in the next one. Take care.